should be able to pick off something. Going to be able to attack some. No, Spore Colony reached pretty well. We're going to see whether he manages to actually... He is actually in range of some drones. Drones that are at the lower left are going to be under fire. It's going to prevent some mining to those minerals down there. Is actually also in range of that evolution chamber, so we're going to see whether it takes that up. Cloak now is ready, and an engineer being added in. So Leta's transitioning apparently from early air, transitioning to Scourge on the way, being micro pretty well by Leta. Doing a good job taking those Scourge out. 2 Scourge do land on separate race though, so no race takedown. So it seems that Leta is transitioning into a ground build, just going to go for medic marines alongside those races, and that's of course going to help him really well. As soon as he establishes that second barracks now coming up, and also third barracks apparently. As if he can ready to put down third barracks, he should be able to establish science facility as soon as that second base comes up, and then he's going to have science vessels, which are really going to help him out overall. Still has just those 4 raids. I'm not sure if he's producing raids at the moment. Might have a little bit hold on that, but definitely think he could use a few more raids. Another Scourge landing or being taken down. I'm not quite sure. That was off screen there, but I definitely heard some turrets being put down. So Leta also anticipating Mutalisks, because the Luxury has very good Mutalisk control, and if Luxury manages, he's definitely going to need to do something to equalize this early damage. Another creep colony meanwhile being put down inside of his natural. One's early there trying to interrupt. That commands are not going to happen. Marine's going to run and kill instantly. So Luxury now at an early advantage. Now with that, Leta's going to put down his natural expansion. He's definitely going to be in trouble. Leta gonna meanwhile just repair his race, make sure they're ready for him, plants down some turrets all over the place, so he just have something to run back with his race. Second Spore Colony inside the main meanwhile for Luxury, so he's playing very defensively. He has some defensive buildings everywhere, and Leta now has established his natural. He's gonna be able to put a second gas up soon enough, and he has, I think, what, 6, 7, maybe even 8 wraiths now in the air. Those are going to be able to do a lot of economic damage if he manages to use them correctly. One SCV running out probably to get a scout, going to spot those few Hydras there, and a couple of sunken colonies as well. Leta definitely doesn't have anything to break Luxury at this point, but with those wraiths there, he's going to be able to fly around, harass economy constantly, and if Luxury tries to put down an extra expansion, it's also going to be a problem. CV running in to get a spot, instantly gets killed, but he knows of the defensive situation all in all. Machine Chop now being put down by Leta on that, so he's also going to have some tanks to help him out. Also a bunker being put down, because Leta doesn't have a lot of direct ground forces. If Luxury tried to go in with all-in Hydras right now, he would actually accomplish a lot. Academy also being put down by Leta here, because Leta has nothing but a bunker with several Marines inside. His main army are these Wraiths. They're going to be flying out about, what, probably a group of 10 Wraiths. They're going to be able to cloak. We're going to see most of them, at least some of them, definitely have full-on cloak energy ready at this point. Just going to micro around, going to be able to take out a lot of stuff. One Carapace ready for those Hydras. Meanwhile, Wraiths are going to come in, micro themselves. It's actually going to take 2 shots to kill 1 Hydras. So I definitely don't think this Wraith should be engaging these Hydras. Leta doing a pretty good micro, just being hit, not really doing a lot of damage himself. He should just back off. There are overlords in that area as well, which are not going to help him off. He does not use cloak at this point. There are overlords everywhere and some Hydras under them. So Lurker is also coming in. I think Leta should have spotted that with those Wraiths, so we should be expecting those. We're going to see what he has. Science vessels coming out anytime soon, adding more barracks so far. I also think he's producing still more Wraiths. I'm not quite sure. Luxury still has a pretty good front, and we're going to see whether he tries to push out as soon as those Wraiths are ready. He is going to leave his main and natural open to some harassment, and there's a white guy! Whee! Go away, white guy. Get off my screen. Wraiths not moving in as soon as ground forces move away, just trying to get some drones. Leta's definitely, he would definitely sacrifice at least one Wraith. One Wraith is going to fly over some of those Hydras, though, and cloak just in time to try to run off, just try to attack some of these Lurkers. Going to take one of them down. Pretty good job. Micro and pretty well. Overlords have speed upgrade, just weren't quite there in time. Wraiths are pretty fast, quite a bit vulnerable, so you got to be careful with them. But overall, just shooting, just trying to delay Luxury as long as you can. This is what it needs to do. Just delay him as long as you can. Just using pretty much usually what a Mutalisks would do against a Medic Marine push against Terrans. This is exactly what Leta is using his Wraiths for, to actually hold back the push of Luxury. Takes down with Overlord. Wow, those Wraiths definitely just slaughtered Overlord. And this push could actually be very successful. There are a couple of tanks, there are 3 tanks, all going to siege on that ridge. They're going to be able to slaughter, everything is going to come in. There are some turrets there to spot, but very small Medic Marine group. If Luxury times this correctly, he should actually be able to do a lot of damage. You're going to see whether he might even drop there. Nasker going to move in. Luxury, oh man, Luxury is actually going to move in. Lurker is going to barrel just in time. Scan going off. Wraiths also in place. They're going to start attacking everything. Tanks sieging. Marines also moving down. Some Wraiths being lost. Bunker goes down. Some SCVs just far too late to repair it. Most of the Lurkers have been taken down. However, tanks still alive. One tank almost dead. More Lurkers now moving in. The Luxury doing actually a very good break. All the tanks have been taken down. Almost no Grand Forces for Leta. He might have been overextending himself. There's a bunker still at that natural with most Marines inside and one single turret trying to fire as well as he can, but he's going to be taken down. Actually, Luxury is going to be forced to pull back with some of his vultures. Wraiths, perfect, impeccable timing, going to take out that Overlord, and that's going to force those Wraiths to be there. All the Hydras, meanwhile, morphed into Lurkers just to extend their lifespans. Leta using this time to try to replenish his Medic Marine line, and also trying to put down another bunker just in time to see what he manages that just in time for those Lurkers to morph in. Meanwhile, Luxury is going to expand at the 2 o'clock location. Lurkers do morph in. One gets taken down, the other forced to back off. So Leta has held his front. Luxury could have actually had that. If he had taken down the turret, he would have been able to move, but he lost all of his overlords. Now going to move it from the bottom. Going to attack with a pinch from both sides. Some of his Lurkers get taken down. There is one turret there in spot, but those Hydras going to move in. Going to do a lot of damage. Taking the bunker, taking on a bunch of SCVs. Marines starting to fire. There are almost no ground forces there. Tanks far too far away to do anything. Meanwhile, Wraiths of Leta's are going to be at the 2 o'clock trying to prevent that expansion from going out. Tanks now moving down the ramp, scans going off, and they're going to handle these Lurkers, also going to take care of these Hydras, but a lot of economic damage done here by Luxury. There are still some Lurkers in position. Now we're going to finally get sieged and killed. So Luxury's push and surround has been taken care of. Meanwhile, Luxury is going to hold his 2 o'clock. His Hydras came just in time to force those Wraiths away, and Luxury doing very good economic damage, managed to kill a lot of SCVs, managed to kill quite a few ground forces. So, but I think still, definitely don't think Leta's in too much trouble though, because he's had those 2 mining bases for a long time. Luxury's been on 2 bases for far too long, now just establishing his 3rd mining base, and Leta just quickly replenishes all of his forces, has 5 tanks, has a decent number of ground forces, meanwhile just building up supply depots. We're going to see whether it tries to block off the downward flow. Luxury now has his 3rd mining base at the 2 o'clock ready, and morphing Lurkers. We're going to see whether it tries to go for something else. Science facility is ready, and another control tower being added to one of those hardpoints. So this is actually a transition here. It's going to go for quite a biomech heavy build. He's got a lot of tanks. He's going to have he has science, also has medic marine, so he's going to just produce overall all this together. We're going to see whether it tries to go forward and kill something. Kill the front, and there's actually might be an engagement. Both forces are in a position here. First off is going to be the science, so there are no Scourge, so Luxury is going to rely on those Hydras to engage, and with Leta pushing down the middle, Luxury is actually going to push back and not going to engage that. He's in not the most perfect situation. He wants to control the engagement. That's very important for him. Meanwhile, random Wraith in here is going to take out an Overlord. Ooh boy, just Luxury has lost so many Overlords throughout this entire game. He's trying to send out those Overlords to scout. He has Scourge around, so he's definitely going to try to catch the Science Vessel. Leta has to be very careful to keep that Science Vessel alive. He has some forces moving out, trying to reinforce his ground force. It's interesting enough, it's very biomech, that force. It's very tank heavy. It doesn't have that many medic marines, not nearly as much as you would expect from usual medic marine build, but of course this wasn't a